What is a hero? To me, it's an individual who puts service before self, a person who dedicates their life to helping others. Heroes come in many forms: firefighters, police officers, first responders, and our brave troops. They are the selfless men and women who serve their neighbors, communities, and this amazing country we call America. I'm Dan Bald. I served my country in the United States Air Force. Then I spent 25 years serving the neighbors and communities I lived in by telling their stories. Now I'm on a new mission in life, traveling the country, discovering what fuels these heroes' minds, bodies, and souls. Fire in the hole! This is Hungry Heroes. On this edition of Hungry Heroes, we're in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. But it's not the twinkling lights, ringing slot machines, or showgirls that bring us to the entertainment capital of the world. We made the trek out to the middle of the desert in search of heroes. And of course, some good food. The Horses for Hero Family Equestrian Center was founded by Sydney Knott, a patriotic, no-nonsense businesswoman who started with a dream. Over the years, Sid's dream has blossomed. Horses for Heroes now operates over 300 facilities in 45 different states. Heroes from all walks of life, along with their kiddos, get to take part in every facet of ranch life if they choose, while down on the ranch. During my visit, Sid and her team will make sure that I get to see what it's like to not only visit the ranch as a veteran, but also to do some of the chores that come along with running an operation like this. We'll chow down on some great local barbecue. Then I'll sit down and go one-on-one with these heroes and their loved ones to discover what fuels their minds, bodies, and souls. Later in this edition, I'll swing by the famous Leatherneck Club, a bar, restaurant, and yes, museum, dedicated to those Marine devil dogs. But first up, a place that's open late and serves a great steak from what I remember. It's out in the suburb of Summerlin, right next to the famous Red Rock Canyon National Park. Just got into Vegas, picked up the bike. It's over 100 degrees, so it's a little warm out. And our heroes recommended that before we make it to the ranch, we stop here. This is John Cutter Grill and Tavern. Let's go inside and check it out.
My name is Rachel. Welcome to John Cutter.
So what's some of the best sellers here?
Our best sellers are the Philly cheesesteak, and on Saturdays and Wednesdays, our surf and turf special.
How about a cocktail too?
Old fashioned?
Done. The John Cutter Old Fashioned. Ooh. Can't waste a drop. John Cutter is actually one of my local go-tos or hangouts when I lived here over a decade ago. So when the folks at Horses for Heroes said I should stop here first, I was all in. Oh my, look at that. Nice lobster tail, nice smooth. They got the drawn butter, a little lemon on it. That's cooked to perfection. Nice pink, lots of juice. I gotta say, John Cutter's hasn't missed a beat. Surf and turf, excellent job. Now on to the Philly. I'm liking the freshness of the bun. The quality of the shaved sirloin's good. I gotta say, for Nevada, great job. Is it a Pat's or a Geno's? Come on.
How was everything?
Steak quality has not changed in a decade since I was here. And I will tell you, for being in the middle of the desert in Nevada, that's a pretty damn good Philly cheesesteak.
It's fire.
Thank you, Rach.
Good job.
Yep, you take care. Next up, it's a quick 15-minute ride back towards the heart of the city. We're in search of the retired Marines that run a bar restaurant that is entirely dedicated to all of the Marines who've served this great nation. I've visited a lot of restaurants while we've been filming this show, but I'm probably the most excited about this place. If you're looking to profile heroes and you want some good food, our heroes told us we've got to stop here at the Leatherneck Club. This is not only a bar and grill, but it's also a museum and pays tributes to the Marines who have served this nation for over 247 years. Let's go inside and check it out. Oh, wow. Check this place out.
Hey, are you Dan?
Ghost.
Absolutely.
Hey, brother, pleasure to meet you.
Appreciate you coming in.
I would love a cocktail to cut the dust from the road, but first and foremost, can we take a peek around this place?
Would love to show you around.
This is amazing.
33 years we've been collecting what's in this museum, and it's all been donated by our guests over the last 33 years.
That's amazing.
From a World War I case with a 48-star flag to an old trench lighter.
So World War I, World War II.
We moved right over to Korea. Chosen Reservoir. We were overrun 10-1, yet we survived.
Kicked ass.
We still kicked ass.
Right. And then we go to one where a lot of Americans didn't treat our service boys right when they came home, Vietnam.
And most of us were born right after this.
I was.
Right? And we knew nothing but bad because of the way our members were treated, our service members were treated when they came home. That's why we have to do this.
We have
exactly
to.
Why we have to.
You could never forget them.
That's correct. The next major conflict we have, of course, is Desert Storm.
This is the war that got me to join the service.
This is the war I was in.
You were in.
It was a life changer for me, of course. It's what made me do what I'm doing here today. But yeah, I'm just super happy to serve my country and be there on their behalf. And that's my case right there.
Yeah.
Here we have the Montfort Point case. It was during segregation, and it was where all of our black Marines had to go for training. So we want to make sure we honor them as well during that period of time. At the end of this bar, Iraq, Afghanistan, our young KIAs from Nevada, and this kind of completes our whole museum here.
I love, Ghost, that you have paid tribute literally from one end to the other of your club to the sacrifices Marines have made for this nation for the last 2 centuries.
We're absolutely
God
proud to
bless
do
you
that.
and every single Marine out there.
Absolutely our pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
But now, I did come to a bar restaurant. So could I get a cocktail and something to eat?
I think we can take care of that. If you don't mind, I'm going to hand you off to my bar manager, Andrew.
Okay.
And he's going to make sure all that's taken care
Right
of.
on, Ghost. God bless you,
Cheers,
man.
brother.
Again. All right, where are we going?
Let's get you a seat right here next to the bar.
Next to the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. I like that.
I know.
So instead of me picking, why don't you pick 1 or 2 things that folks like to eat here?
So let's start appetizer. Let's do our chicken wings.
Okay.
We have a Cajun dry rub that we do. We serve the whole wing. We have our homemade sauces as well. We make our barbecue sauce and a jalapeno ranch in-house. And then for a burger, I recommend the bacon mushroom Swiss.
I love it. Let's do that.
Bacon's going down next.
All right, Dan, here we go.
Whoa!
Bacon mushroom Swiss burger,
Wow.
Cajun wings.
What is on top of this burger?
That is actually our Leatherneck Club logo branded on the brioche bun.
Look at that thing, guys.
It's a half-pound, never frozen Angus beef patty, locally ground here in Vegas.
Go away. Me and this burger, we're gonna need a few minutes alone. All right, before I fill up with this amazing burger, let's try these massive, I mean massive wings. The Cajun spice rub, great. Just the right amount of heat, love it. And these homemade sauces. The ranch jalapeno's not overbearing, and the blackberry barbecue. Are you kidding me? I mean, if you want a great burger and some great wings and you're in Vegas, get off the strip, head on over to the Leatherneck Club. Give it a try.
So Dan, how do we do?
For bar food, this is a 10. For restaurant food, this is a 10. I'm amazed Marines can do this.
Thank you for that shot. I appreciate that
Just
very
an old
much.
Air Force guy giving you a rough time.
Love that. Love
Thank
that.
you, brother. I'm out.
Appreciate you being here.
Yep, appreciate you.
Cheers.
Take care.
Up next on Hungry Heroes, Sid and her team roll out the red horse blanket for me as I learn what it's like not to only be a veteran visitor to the ranch, but later they'll put me to work as a volunteer. So no horsing around. You better stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Dave Mortosh, president of Mortosh Financial. Remember that word pension? What if I said you could create your own pension to replace the work pension we don't get anymore? Well, you can, and I only use products where your payments can grow to fight off inflation in retirement. It simply will be your income that determines the quality of your retirement. If not, you are guessing how much money to use each year, and guessing just is not a retirement plan.
To get your complimentary consultation, call 877-424-6748.
Welcome back to Hungry Heroes. On this episode, we've traveled to Las Vegas, Nevada to check out the amazing work being done at the Horses for Heroes Equestrian Center. Along the way, we stopped by a late-night hotspot, John Cutter's. Then we discovered an iconic bar that's completely dedicated to Marines called the Leatherneck Club. Time now to head out to the ranch and saddle up.
Well, hello.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
You must be Sid.
I am. Welcome to the Horses for Heroes Family Equestrian Center.
This place looks amazing. What do I do with this horse?
Why don't we park it over here with those other motorcycles and I'll show you around.
Okay, great.
So Dan, this is the headquarters and flagship of our national nonprofit Horses for Heroes, right here in Las Vegas where it was started.
So there's more of these around the country?
There are affiliates. We have affiliates around the country. So this is our national headquarters, started by my family here in my backyard, which isn't this facility today.
How many years? When did you guys start?
2006. 2006. So kind of post 9/11, trying to say thank you to those in our community whose call of duty is to protect and serve. The way we say thank you is all of this. I've got four-legged friends that are ready to be your best friends. So let's go meet some of them.
Yes, let's go.
We're gonna walk over here first to meet the miniature horses.
All right, the Chihuahuas of the horse world.
These are some of our volunteers that are here this morning, and these are some of the kids and guests. And really, we want them engaged at this level with the animals, so when they get to the horses, they feel really comfortable.
I was gonna ask, probably with not just the kids, but even adults, it might be fearful of a large horse. You bring them in here and let them play with these small ones first, get accustomed, comfortable before we step up.
If they're nervous and afraid here, it's going to be a tougher sell down to horses. So you've seen the minis. We're going to go meet the animals in the barnyard.
Okay, off to the barn.
I'd like you to meet some of our stars of our ranch. We have Zeus and Willie, and this is my husband Bill, who is our director of operations.
Wait, is Bill the llama or Bill's the guy with the grapes
Bill's the guy with the grapes in the mouth feeding the llama.
Just check.
So watch, this is how we feed Zeus. Go ahead.
Look at this trick. No humans were harmed in the filming of this episode.
So let's have Dan feed him a grape.
Whoa, you want me to do that?
Yes, I want you to feed him a grape, absolutely. Put the grape in just between your lips, not
in
your teeth.
the teeth, right?
No.
Just barely hold it.
Right, and he's going to use his lips to take it out of your mouth.
The things I do for this show. Here we go. Hey, it's called Crest. Aim, there's toothpaste. We get a little in there, a little Listerine, a little mouthwash. You'll be beautiful.
He's got good breath.
Woo. I think one's enough.
again?
No, one's enough for me. Yeah, one's good. Thanks, Bill. Thanks. After that close encounter of the llama kind and a quick mouth rinse, Bill thought I should take care of some more of his chores. So after moving this very unruly and stubborn goat, it was time to meet the ranch's big guy, Willie. Okay, gang, what's next?
Okay, well, we're going to go see Willie, who was our 800-pound miniature steer.
That's Willie.
That's Willie.
That's a miniature steer?
That is a miniature steer.
Sid, that doesn't look too miniature to me.
If he was full size, his back would be over the top of the rail.
All right, let's go see Willie.
Let's go see Willie.
Willie loves to have his neck scratched.
He looks like he's eyeballing me.
Yeah, he is. Now he can see.
Because he sees the
that's a fly mask.
So he can still see me.
He can still see you.
He's eyeballing me.
Yes, he is.
I'm a little nervous. Willie, now don't be getting upset, okay? I come in peace. Oh, yes. Willie. And then we just give him a little brush.
Give him a brush.
All right, Willie.
Willie is the sweetest animal we have on property.
Really?
Oh, he is just the best. Oh, look at this.
Well, Willie, I'm glad that they spared you and you didn't end up being a steak on my plate. All right, so we've met everything but like big horses so far.
That's right. So it's time to go see the horses. So let's get you changed, and then we will go meet the horses.
Okay, let's go.
All right, thank you. So since you're here to help out, we need to get you dressed like a Horses for Heroes volunteer.
All right,
so come on.
Let's do it.
Well, now you look like a Horses for Heroes volunteer.
There we go. I'm ready to go. Can we meet the horses already?
Let's go meet the horses, absolutely.
Let's go, Sid.
So these are our guests getting ready for their horse ride. A lot of these kids have never ridden a horse before or even seen a horse, so this is their very, very first time. And a lot of these people want to share an experience that maybe they enjoyed as a child that they haven't had a chance to share yet with their own family. So let's.
Well, and you're just a few miles from the Strip, so you can drive 10 minutes from the world famous Las Vegas Strip and be on a ranch.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. I love
the beauty of Las Vegas. All right, should we go on in? Excuse me, love.
Excuse me, sweetie.
So we're going to teach you how to lead a horse like Nicole's doing right here, so you can be our guest leader today.
All right.
Okay? You want to hop up on Pete for us, please, Bella?
Are you ready for me and Pete to take you around? Okay, let's go, Pete and Bella. Is this your first time at Horses for Heroes? Well, now Pete's not slow. He's moving today. That's awesome. Let's go, Pete. All right, one more. Hope you're okay with that. Oh, she's done that before. Have you done this before? So you've been on a horse a few times. Did you say hi to Pete? It's your close-up, Pete. You can't walk over him. I guess you don't care. That's move, right? You know, Sid and her husband Bill, their mission here is to have this kind of oasis in the middle of the city so that heroes can bring their families and relax.
Well, it's wonderful, and it's something that there's such a need for right now because, I mean, I've been in the Air Force for 21 years. We've been at war the entire time. And so a place like this that's willing to give back, and again, in a real way, not in a handouts way, not in a flashy, you know, electronic way, but connecting with animals is one of the best things you can do to get over stress. And connecting with the animal first allows you to start unpacking some of that stuff because the animal's not judging you, right? It's not checking to see if you're a mental case or
right.
Something like that. This is the kind of stuff that we like in Las Vegas. We don't need to go to the Strip. We don't need to do a lot of the big flashy stuff. We like to get out in nature, go up into the mountains and do real things with our kids.
Still to come, pull up those boots and put on those gloves and grab yourself a pitchfork, y'all. It's time to muck some stalls and finally saddle up. Then a bit later, we'll chow down on some amazing local barbecue while we chat with some of the families who love visiting the Horses for Heroes Ranch. Don't go anywhere now, you hear?
Travis Mills was in Afghanistan for his third tour of duty volunteering. He set his backpack on an IED and now is one of only 5 quadruple amputees to have come back from the war zone alive. 19 months at Walter Reed Hospital, he gets out and says he wants to give back. Wow, he runs the best veterans charity I've ever seen. My wife Sophie and I are matching $500,000 in donations for the 3rd straight year. Our goal this year is more monthly donors. Go to travismillsfoundation.org/Dave. Again, travismillsfoundation.org/Dave.
Thanks for sticking with us. So far on this edition of Hungry Heroes, we've checked out some great local eateries in Las Vegas, but now it's time to get down and dirty. But not just because it's what the volunteers have to do on a daily basis, but to more importantly understand that some of the simplest tasks or chores that many of us consider a burden can actually be therapy. From the stall to the riding ring, this is where a lot of good work helping our heroes in need begins.
All right, Dan, well now it's time to do the real work on the ranch. It's time to muck some stalls. I'm going to hand you off to Libby.
Libby?
And she's going to introduce you to Nemo and show you how we muck stalls here at Horses for Heroes.
You're going to take this muck bucket and this muck rake.
Now, is Nemo a nice horse?
He's a very sweet horse.
Okay. There, that'll make me do it.
One thing that the veterans get to do here is get to learn the stories behind all these horses. Most of these horses were donated to us, so they have a past. They had a role that they filled somewhere else, and now they have to quickly reassess when they come here who their new herd is and who they align with.
What their new role is.
And what their new role is.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
So with a lot of veterans, when they were in the military, they knew exactly what their role is, and having to reassess now what their new role is and what their new normal is, they can relate to a lot of these horses. So Nemo here was part of Tournament of Kings, and so his role before he came to Horses for Heroes was to be a jousting horse in a show at the Excalibur Hotel. And so we got him a few months ago, and he has been able to settle in and learn what his new role is within our programs.
Could this be considered, Libby, part of the therapy?
It is. So I run the health and wellness program here. So myself and my team are certified in equine assisted learning. We give them an opportunity to come out here and they can see the fruits of their labor and
be part of a team and a unit again.
And they get to get loved on by these horses like Nemo is on me right now.
Nemo loves you.
And
look at this.
They have a purpose to get up every morning, get a routine going.
Yeah.
Fresh air, bright sunshine, getting a good workout.
Somewhat fresh air.
Getting a good workout is the best therapy for veterans.
What's next, Libby?
We're gonna go tack up a horse.
That means put the saddle on?
Yes, anything that you put on a horse is called tack.
Let's go.
So when you tack up to ride a horse, you want it to be as comfortable for the horse as possible, so it's a good ride for you as well.
I feel like I'm in Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off.
Now go ahead and grab the saddle.
Okay, just kind of sling it.
Yep, sling it over.
There we go.
So we're gonna just have you back him up now, and we're gonna walk him out to the arena. Look up, shoulders back, ask him to walk. So with our veterans, we start off with doing a lot of groundwork. We learn about how horses walk away from pressure, they walk into pain. It can lead to a riding activity.
I'm spoiled and anxious, so I just want to get to the riding.
Okay.
Can we do that?
You sure can.
So tell me again, when you're working with those vets who've got PTSD or an issue they're trying to work out when they come here, how is this helping them work through that?
With a lot of veterans suffering from PTSD and combat-related memories, horses don't judge you. They don't judge your past and what you've done. They're focused on the present. And in turn, we have to learn how to focus on the present.
After learning so much from Libby about the true mission here at Horses for Heroes, it was time to grab some grub. But something caught my eye, so I just had to give it a try. I'm done, let's eat. So after embarrassing myself in front of a bunch of middle schoolers, I moseyed my way over to the picnic area, where I discovered that one of Sid's good friends, Chuck Fromer, the owner of Roadkill Grill, had just dropped off a tasty lunch for everyone at the ranch to enjoy.
Horses for Heroes is a great organization. These guys do a fantastic job. We're just doing a small part. We're just providing the food.
After going hog wild on some of Chuck's pulled pork, it was time to spend some quality time with these heroes and their kiddos who were visiting the ranch that day. I wanted to learn more about what keeps them coming back week after week. What do you like about coming to the ranch?
I really like coming to the ranch because you get free food.
What about the horses and the animals?
The horses are very sweet, funny, nice, and I love that we can just come here and enjoy what they have for us.
Nice. How about you?
Food.
All right. Food and horses. Sounds good. Thank you, princesses. Katie, how did you find the ranch?
Just looking online. My daughter has always been very interested in horses. Being able to have the ranch here and have Sid and Bill just kind of take them in and be a place for them to come and to learn about the animals and to really develop her riding skills has been really fantastic.
And Leon, you are a retired cop?
Yep.
How does the ranch play into de-stressing your life and your family's lives?
Well, you know, it's a lot of it has to do with my wife. She loves animals, and my daughter, getting my daughter into animals. So, I mean, that's the whole thing about getting outdoors, really, is what it comes down to. You know, if you don't have hobbies, if you don't have other activities, if your identity is wrapped up in that career, then, yeah, it's a demise to your self-esteem and everything. So that's the biggest thing, getting on the outdoors and having the ability to distinguish between the two. At the end of the day, it's a job.
How'd you find Horses for Heroes with the kids?
So a long time ago, they were at a different location, and I remember seeing the signs, but I never really went there, right? And then I had met Sydney. I do a 702 Vets group, networking group in town at the Leatherneck. And she came and she told me all about it, and it was a great opportunity to get them out, see kids again, and play with the animals. These kids everywhere are on tech. They're in front of computers all day. To bring them out here, and they make them do chores. They make them,
shovel crap,
right? Yep. Things that are old school, so to say. But I'd love to pass that on to this generation because you don't see that anymore. It's a great opportunity, and then the families are involved, and it creates some kind of camaraderie that we had back then.
So talk to me about Sid and Bill and the mission they're on with this charity.
I absolutely love how they serve the first responders and the veteran community, me being one of both. I send a lot of my people because as a chaplain, a lot of times my folks need spiritual care. They just need that opportunity to rejuvenate, to revive, to get back to nature. And you'll have someone who may be angry, upset with the world, and you say, hey, I just need you to walk the horse.
Sid, thank you so much. I learned so much coming to the ranch today. It's everything that you told me on the phone before we made the trip here and more.
Thank you.
So God bless you.
Thank you.
Can we talk big picture?
The big picture is to maintain what we're doing here. And as I mentioned, we have a national network and we have affiliates throughout the country because, especially with our military families, they move every 2 to 3 years. I want to make sure that wherever they move in this country, there is a place like this where they can go and immediately when they hit the ground have a four-legged friend.
Sid, Bill, our time has come to an end, and before I leave you, I have one more thing, a little surprise for you. I know that running a ranch like this, right, this operation cannot be cheap. You've got horses, the feed, the upkeep, all this stuff, right? What's that take besides hard work and grit? Some cash. So, from my friends at Sharon Farms in North Carolina, there's a check for $5,000.
Thank you.
You guys use it to help more heroes, will you,
very
please?
much.
God bless all the amazing work you do. I can't wait to see what you do next, Sid.
Thank you.
On the next Hungry Heroes, most folks around the world know the Hoover Dam, but do you know about the small town, Boulder City, that was solely created to house all of the workers that built it? During my visit, I'll get suited up and overheated as I learn what it's like to be a fireman in the desert. Plus, we'll check out 2 local hotspots. See you next time on Hungry Heroes.